All right, y'all. I tell you what, you see a lot of people out there are struggling nowadays, right? Uh, got people that turn into alcohol, turn into drugs, turn into pills. Some of them turn into suicide. Some of them turn into all kind of things, pornography, just something to take their mind off of the struggles that they're going through. I have seen people who just wanted just to waste their life away, and they admit they got on drugs. They started doing drugs just because they were so bombarded with everything in their life that they just want a little bit of peace. It's just like this. Whenever you have all this stuff coming at you and you start feeling depressed, instead of talking about it like you need someone to actually bring it out from inside, you try to bury it. You try to pack it down. I don't want to talk about it. And well, you are, in fact, just like a pressure cooker. And if you keep on pushing it down, sooner or later you're going to explode, right? So the best way to avoid it is to get your mind off of it, whether that is with alcohol or something else. Um, but things like depression, anxiety, all this stuff, it's us not being able to cope with everything that's happening to us, not being able to step away from it, not being able to deal with it. So it's one of the top three things in America for people to reach to something external to try to calm the internal. But keep this in mind. What Paul says in Ephesians 6, verse 12. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the powers, against the world forces of this darkness, against the spiritual forces of wickedness in the heavenly places. Now I know, it's like, what does the rulers of these darkness have to do with the things I'm going through? Well, you see, a lot of times, one of the tricks is to keep you so busy that you don't have time for God, that you don't have time for your studying. So you don't have that help that you're trying to get, that you desperately need. But take it from someone who's been there, who ran from God, who just wanted to hide his face from God. He's a good father, which means that he's not going to force himself on you, but he's going to be there for you. You have to stop running from him if you want his help, though. And you have to turn to him. You have to repent for doing things wrong that you knew was wrong. Ask him to be your Lord. Ask him to guide you and teach you, show you the truth by his word. Accept his help, his comfort. He does not promise to take everything away from you or to take you out of the everything that's going on. But what he can do is so much better, so much supernatural, is that he will take and he will wrap his loving arms around you and caress you, and you can feel it. And you know he's there. He will minister to you and give you what you need from his word as you read it, so you have comfort to keep on going one day at a time through whatever life throws at you. So you'll see through different eyes the things that used to be so important to you. You will see that they're just fading away, and it's not really that important after all. And the things you used to not think was important will become important, and you'll find out it's not hard at all. See, once you start seeing through different eyes, it is a supernatural gift, and it comes from within. Just like whenever we're facing all this stuff that is thrown at us, where depression, anxiety, and everything is just so overwhelming, it's coming from inside. We need something or someone from inside to help combat it. And he's right there. Matter of fact, he's got a special place in you just for him, if you'll accept him. So when you see other people that's doing wrong, other people that look like they're so hurting, Maybe it's the drunk down the street or the drug addict or the one with pornography. All of these things, they start off with people trying to escape or trying to get instant gratification, trying to get away from everything in their everyday life, trying to change. But everything comes with a price of that. It's either going to be taking your money from you, or it's going to be you owing somebody, whether it's money, or whether it's you owing them with some other means, or it's going to contaminate the mind and put you in bondage either way. But by turning to the one that created you, that wants to help you through everything, you'll be set free. And I cannot begin to explain to you how great it feels to finally be set free when you've had all that weight on you for all these years. He's not far from you, just a whisper away. See, when I was running, it took me hitting rock bottom. Me standing in front of a mirror in an empty house, hardly recognizing who I was standing in front of that mirror with that voice finally ringing in my ears. How much longer? How much longer you be running? You know this isn't you. And that was it. Then as I hit my knees to pray, I felt that warm embrace. I felt that peace that I've been running from for all those years. And I realized there was no place I could run, nothing I could do that was hid from him, nowhere I could go that he wasn't right there ready to pull me out from. That's our Father, who gave his only Son for us because he loves us. He made you, and he loves you. And he sent his Son to die on a cross because he loves you too. He died for you, and he rose again for you. And he's waiting to stand beside you on judgment if you'll accept him. There's so much special things that you can learn from him if you open the Bible, if you accept it. May God bless.